1 o'clock. Just cruising through YouTube real quick. Our friend Lover Toy Pups is live. You guys can go hang out with her. She's a fun live stream. I'm just looking through her. See what's going on. And let's look who else might be live. I saw our friend Stuart the Fish Whisperer was up live earlier. Tita, you guys know Tita Breath's Home Life of Cooking. So there's a lot of silent live streams, but it's always beautiful content. And let's see, our friend Mira is up. So this is how we do it. Guys, we see a friend. And we hit the live. Our friend Daisy May was up live earlier too. She was doing a silent live. Goga is live, I think. I think he's still live. We're going to find out in a minute. All right, Mir is live. As is trending, live TV. So many people. So we still have Mir up. I've had him up through the day. I think that's the same live. We're going to double check. And it is. So we're good to go. We already got him shared out. Hey, Nightmare. Nightmare says, it's a beautiful day, Eric. Sniper says, greetings, Eric. Hey, Sniper. Life says, hi. Hello, my friend. How are you? Jason will be live at 2. We'll probably be done the live stream just about then. Gonna bring up the desktop so I can read the comments. Life says, like done, I appreciate that. And that's okay. No need to apologize. Typos happen. As I mentioned quite frequently, I literally speak in typos. By mistake, type first one. That's okay. Perfectly understandable. Jordan Perez says, how do you feel about Trump winning? That's the question, isn't it? I'm not sure it matters how I feel about it at all. Sepa says, so predicted half correct. Just a waiting game now of the other announcement for the other half. You think that's going to happen? So, yeah, I figured the election will be a topic of discussion for a while. However, it won't really be discussed here. And I certainly won't be talking too much about my own feelings about it one way or the other. Let's see. Funny, because I just said elephant in the room, and we get a Trump. So, here's my question to Elephant Chew. Who'd you vote for, my friend? Elephant Shoe says, is that Shoe? Elephant Shoe 2? FJB? Don't know what that means. Naima says, personally, I'm extremely happy. Well, I'm glad you're happy. I have people in my immediate family who are extremely vulnerable to some policies that will be put in place. So um, hard for me to celebrate when I know people who will be um, negatively affected. Not to mention that my own healthcare will probably be jeopardized in the upcoming months. So, different situation, different situation here for me. Um, with my own views on elections, it's always what do we do afterwards. Here's what I would have loved to see across the board: everyone treating each other like adults, everyone being kind with each other, everyone being gentle with each other. Um, it's a learning opportunity for everyone. Cheryl says, I'm very happy. I'm glad you're happy, my friend. We all deserve to be happy. However, here's the thing with happiness: true happiness shouldn't come and shouldn't go. It can't be taken away from you. It is, if you examine it, it's the one thing that is without condition. And we can liken happiness to the true state of love. So if you are experiencing happiness, if you think you're experiencing happiness at the sake of someone else, you might need to examine the concept of happiness, because happiness itself is non-conceptual. It can't be changed. Think of Viktor Frankl, who was in the worst concentration camp during World War II. On death row, he lost his family. And yet he found the only way that he was going to survive that was finding meaning where he was there, finding that unshakable joy, that unshakable happiness. Even though it could seemingly all be taken away in an instant, that he could literally be put in a gas chamber at the whim of a thought. Someone just thinking, that guy, and his life would be over. And yet he found true happiness and meaning where he was. Let's see. Brian says, so Eric. Hey, Brian, my friend, how are you? Sniper sending some fire to our friend Brian Lane. Life says so at all. I definitely not one who talks about politics. Never was interested. I can understand that. I don't. Here's why I don't talk about it. It's not like I don't have an interest. I grew up in a very politically active family, but it's a divisive subject. For me to be happy, whoever won, or for me to present that, it wouldn't really be happening. For me to gloat, for me to celebrate that there will be people who will be suffering. Now, at the same time, had Harris won, were the same in 2020 when Biden won, you don't celebrate at the expense of anyone else, because it's not a true celebration. Nightmare says, Brian says, I'm just doing fine. Awesome. And Sniper says, happy to not be in pain after a long day. Still have a long night yet. 3-hour taxi service. Wow. Yeah, that's a long ride. Nightmare says, I never cared about politics, but Trump was always an exception for me. However, each to their own, and I hope everyone who's unhappy with the results doesn't let it affect them too much. Well, that's the thing. It will definitely affect them. Life says Donald Trump became president. He did. I mean, we have policies put in place due to the policies that happened in before 2020, and it's affecting people. Sniper says daughter's gymnastics tonight. Nice. I hope she does well, Sniper. Hey, Christine, my friend, how are you? Sniper says, like the button has been caressed. I appreciate that. Christine is saying hi to everyone. I appreciate that, Christine. Go on Life says, do you favor him? It's an interesting question. I do not appreciate cruel people for any reason whatsoever. And I don't appreciate cruel policies. Here's the key. Here's the ticket. You see past the surface and you look deeper. You look deeper. It's not always easy. My big challenge, I talk about unconditional love to the extent that I'm able to do it. Can I do it in situations that are challenging? And that's the challenge. I do my best. I step up. I live my life according to the things that I hold dear. And I'll proceed from there with as much grace, with as much love, with as much forgiveness as I can offer, moment by moment by moment. Brian says, I'm on no one side when it comes to politics. I like that answer. You know what? I agree. I don't take sides. However, I do see some things very clearly. I always tell people I don't belong to a political party, but here's my politics. I have the politics of kindness. I have the politics of love. Are we feeding people? Are we lifting people out of suffering? Are we not causing division? Are we aiding one another? Are we welcoming people? It's the politics of kindness. If you can't celebrate the politics of kindness, I'll be honest, I'm probably not the channel for you. It's as simple as that. Christine says, I'm good. The New York, how are you today? Christine, I'm doing pretty good, my friend. Thank you. Brian says, hello, Christine. Life says, yes, you're right. Hey, Ginger. Ginger says, hello, today is a great, beautiful day. Life says, world is becoming day by day a challenge. It is becoming a challenge. I wonder, is it any more of a challenge than it was before? Miss Flipper says, greetings, my friend. Nightmare says, yes, it is indeed, Ginger. Brian says, I did have a dream I met Donald Trump. I was like in the Olympics. And he said, you guys are doing an amazing job. Something I always remembered. Well, here's the big question. What event were you in? Did you win a gold medal? Was it in a burpee competition? Did burpees finally make it in the Olympics? And if anyone's going to win a gold medal in the burpee Olympics, it's Brian Lane. Life says, greetings. Christine says, Brian, I'm the same, no sides. Good thing is good for me. I do kindness to everyone and respect. Absolutely, Christine. Kindness to everyone. Ginger says, my vote was strictly economy, nothing else. I don't care about anything else. Sorry. Oh, no need to apologize. Sniper says, Brian Lane, inspiring. What about what would Kamala have said, you reckon? Probably the same. Politicians always leaders. When someone does a job well done, they congratulate them. Brian says, I agree, Christine. Miss Flippers says, hi to Squirrel with the squirrel. Brian says, Eric, that was before I was doing burpees. I think it was like playing sport, like football. Interesting. For those who don't know, Brian Lane's father was a football player. He briefly played professional football. Life says, Eric, sir, do you know Amran Khan? I don't. Who was that? Life? Sapio says, we will now have to listen out for JFK Jr. to step up the plate. RFK Jr. Camilla, my friend, how are you? Camilla says, hi. He is an odd character, RFK Jr. Let's see. Brian says, that's right, Eric. Sometime I'll share the trophy you got from the Southwest Missouri State on Messenger. Oh, that would be awesome, Brian. I look forward to seeing that. My cat is here fussing with me. So, yeah, I do have political issues that are very important to me. Obviously, Milka is a 23 and a half year veteran of the United States Air Force. So, all matters concerning veterans concern me. I have family members that live on Social Security, how they pay their bills. Social Security concerns me quite a bit. Healthcare. Don't want to see anyone suffer. And of course, the Affordable Health Care Act in place now, but it has been attempted to be repealed several times. I will lose my health care. At the age of 59. 3 more years, I could get, well, 2.5 more, less than 2.5 more years, I can get Medicare. But fortunately, I'm in good health. I take care of myself. Speaking of good health, I got 2 new kettlebells coming tomorrow. How's that for good news? I am fully back into the kettlebell game. Slow, lightweight. But it's a start. Junior says, yes, I don't do conspiracies, but Trump did give RFK a spot in the health department. Yeah, we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. That is supposed to be the promise that he said. He said he was going to let him go wild on healthcare. That probably spooked a whole lot of people. Trending says, here, sir. Well, thank you, Trending. How are you, my friend? Thank you, Brian. That's awesome. Hey, speaking of Brian, have you guys checked out the YouTube shorts that Brian has done, him and his turtle? Junior says that is a little off for me. Yeah, me too. That's what I mean by, not picking sides. I don't pit myself against anyone. However, there's repercussions for when, if we vote on one issue, are you going to be happy with all these other issues that go into place? I know Junior says, he doesn't do conspiracy theories. However, when you put a conspiracy theory enthusiast in charge of healthcare, it might have some repercussions that affect quite a few people. But we'll see. RFK Jr. was a very effective environmental lawyer. The funny thing is, previous to this year, he was a scion of the Kennedy clan. He was again a very effective environmental lawyer. He has very strong positions on climate change. The people who cheered him on when he supported Trump would, if they looked at his record, would be pretty shocked at how liberal he actually is. So we'll see if that doesn't. Oh, I'm sorry, Life. I don't mean to ignore you at all. I got caught up in hearing myself talk. That's the problem. Let's see. He was our prime minister. I know very little about Pakistan. Let's see. Brooklyn Boltier. Boteller. I'm getting it all wrong each time I say it. Fortunately, I can say Brooklyn. I do remember, but I don't remember what we might have talked about, my friend. So, Life, I do apologize. So what do you think about him? So he was your prime minister? Ginger says, think of COVID, that was a mess, and people are getting charged and looked at. Yeah, it was a mess. Ginger says RFK might have cure for the waffle. I don't know. He's been around a bit, from what I've heard. He might be the cause of that. Here's a predicament I find myself in. Do I want to talk politics or do I want to talk about blue waffle? What would be worse? Brian says, okay, Eric, I sent you a clip of the trophy along with the Native American piece that belonged to my great grandparents. I just saw that. I scooted on over. I got Facebook up on another window. And no need to worry about any sort of mess. As you can see from my little office here, it's an office / storage room where I'm basically storing every single running shoe I've ever owned in my entire life. Hey, Stuart, my friend. Christine says, Ginger Rogers, hello. Ginger says, hi. Hey, Songhill. Life says, it's okay. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. No problem. He's the founder. He's not just the founder, he's a client. So was he a good leader? Life? Ginger saying hello to everyone. Burpee Community Supports says Buddha supports. Thank you for that. Much appreciated. And like, sir, much appreciated for that as well. Ginger says RFK or Jesse Ventura. I would take RFK. Would you? Man, I grew up with Jesse the Body Ventura as a wrestler and then in movies with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Buddha says, hey, Yogi, just got home. Welcome home, Buddha. Fauci says wear a mask. I wore a mask because I was a caregiver for my father who was 93. He had congestive heart failure. A cold would have been enough to do grave damage. So I was extremely careful. Here's the funny thing. The entire time I wore that mask, didn't get a cold, didn't get anything. But the important thing was taking care of my father. Buddha says, hey, trending, I got you running. I got her running too. Just came from me live, made a comment. It's running. Me too, Buddha. Buddha says, thanks, Yogi. How you doing? I'm doing good, Buddha. Thank you. Everyone's saying, hey. Jesse was governor of Minnesota. He was a moron. Well, yeah, elect a professional wrestler. It's hard to complain. It's hard to complain. Jesse was probably a little sharper than many. Who would you rather have? Jesse Ventura, or I'm assuming, we're going back in time, so it doesn't matter that he has passed away, or Randy Macho Man Savage. Of course, the ultimate pick would be Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the ultimate patriot, or Sergeant Slaughter. Buddha says, oh, that must have been sad. Sepa says, Pakistani Prime Minister and politician Imran Khan was arrested from inside the High Court. Islamabad by National Accountability Bureau on the charges of corruption in connection with the Al Qaeda Trust, which he owns alongside his wife, Bushra Bibi. I don't know if I like the name National Accountability Bureau. Life says, yes, sir, he is a good leader. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Ginger says, Foster is wearing a mask to show the blue waffle. You sure it's a mask? You sure it's a mask that you want to be wearing? I'll tell you what. I think I'd be wearing a mask in a different part of my body. Buddha says, my mom has never caught the C word. The C, working around the patients who were positive. And all I was like, how the heck? But I'm glad she didn't get it, because one time I didn't have my purified shield around me. Got you. Man, like I said, for me, one concern. I had no problem shutting down my business. I had to. I had no problem. Let me put it this way. My priority was keeping my father safe above all, above everything. Not everyone around me had that same agenda, and they participated in some risky activities that put my father at risk. That was a huge, huge lesson on forgiveness for me. How do I move on with family members who are willing to jeopardize my father? But that's why it's a practice. If I was good at it, I wouldn't need to keep doing it. Life says, well score sniper. Let's see. Ginger says, I would take Randy or Andre the Giant. I gotta admit, I wouldn't mind seeing Andre the Giant in a debate. Ginger says, hi to Buddha. Life says, Sniper, it was not the truth. He is not corrupt. That's why I said the National Institute just doesn't sound right, does it? Brian says, oh, remember Jim Duggan walking around with the 2x4? Yep, with the 2x4. I think he still makes appearances. Buddha says, purified shield around my neck. My friend had to see, and he did not tell me, and he came up to me talking and all, and woke up headache. And 2 weeks I was on an MTGV TV panel supporting her, and someone asked me on the 10th day, are you okay, Buddha? And I went to Blaze and knew then something was terribly wrong, because I did not like it anymore. Wow. Hey, did that return after you got better? You liking it? Brian says, remember, hello, Buddha. Zipper says, any alphabet agency is a trigger, Eric. Yeah. And that one just seemed to sound particularly menacing, as if they are, if they don't find what they're looking for, well, then they will find what they want to be looking for. Ginger says, rubber gloves and NASA moon suit for landing on the moon. Are we still talking about protection from the blue waffle? I don't know if I should keep saying blue waffle. Buddha says, and I locked my door and told my mom she needs to have a mask. She took me to ER. Test came back positive, and I was done for a week due to getting the antibodies. They were giving half the bags filled out. Buddha says, I am very glad and thankful. I'm glad you recovered, Buddha. I have some ultra running friends who are still dealing with long COVID, and their running has not been the same ever since. Buddha says, hey, squirrel. Semper says, go on life. He wasn't going along with the bigger program and wasn't corruptible. He loved his people. Now, there you go. That's the leader. So they set him up. Life says, yes, Sniper, sir. Hey, Jace. Howdy, great people. Howdy, great Jace. Jace is going to be live in a little bit, guys. What kind of session do we have going on today, Jace? Buddha says, I didn't see you. Sorry, I was typing paragraphs already and didn't want to write. Hi, Brian. In case it was short characters. This thing only lets you write so much, but I apologize. Buddha says, yes. Well, good, Buddha. Jace says, Buddha, squirrel, go on life. We get a Jace. All right. Buddha says, that's good. Been seeing your videos. You got some skills. Sepa says, hi to Buddha and Jace. Hey, speaking of skills, I don't want to forget to mention this. We've got a big weekend coming up. We have our friend Jace doing the Holy Grail Saturday. It's Sunday. He's going to be doing 2K sit-ups, as well as doing a live stream, a collab with our friend Tandra. I don't know which of those three I'm looking forward to most. Probably Tandra. Because here's the thing. I know Jace is going to rock the Holy Grail and the sit-ups. And I know Tandra and Jace are going to be fun together. Let's see. And if you are thinking of taste, I am not thinking of that. You better get some pecan. We have this conversation often. Pecan or pecan. But I'm not thinking about tasting it. Buddha says, laughing the what? Ooh, you might not want to go down that road, Buddha. It is a disturbing topic on this channel. Brian says, I'm good. Thanks, Buddha. Buddha says, yes, my ex-best friend got it from my new boyfriend mechanic, and she lost her smell and taste to this day. Wow. With your Buzz Lightyear suit. If only I had one. Life says, can I ask you, Sniper, sir, how you know this all details? Are you a student of politics? Sniper's sort of a student of mystery. Christine says, I took care of veterans during COVID time. I wore masks to protect them and myself. Some people quit because of fear of getting COVID. Hey, Christine, thank you. Thank you for that. You literally took a risk to serve and protect others, particularly veterans. That's completely awesome. Noble. I can just say thank you, thank you, thank you. As mentioned before, my father was a veteran, World War II. And Mocha is a veteran. Let's see. Veldmir says, do you like guns? I do like guns. The best thing for guns, people think curls. Nope. Pull-ups. Chin-ups. If you want guns, do your chin-ups, guys. Christine says, hello to Buddha. Buddha says, good thing, Yogi, is I prefer to decarb it or take a bite of it. Not actually. I slow down and stop taking puffs so much after having C. That makes sense. Jay says, all ready for both now. It should be a great weekend. No doubt. I'm looking forward to it. Sniper says, to go on life, I am one life path 5. I'm devoted to finding the truth in this realm when it is presented to me. Let's see. Buddha says, Holy Grail, that's crazy. It is crazy, but Jace is stepping up. Some might say that Jace is weird. Some might say. I would never say. Christine says, hello to Brian. Buddha says, has happened. Okay, don't want to know then, Yogi, about the disturbing topic. I didn't want to know either. It was hoisted. I was just waiting for an opportunity to use the word hoisted. I'm not sure I ever actually used that word in a conversation until this very day. It was hoisted upon me. Oh, and no, her new boyfriend, the mechanic, not mine. Gotcha. Life says, I really appreciate your spirit, Sniper, sir. Buddha says, you still haven't found the truth? Buddha says, you got to watch Dr. Sandra Rose Michaels' Science and Spirituality came together? I'll look for that. Sniper says, Buddha, it's never the destination, but the journey. Buddha says, I know. It's always a journey, that's for sure. Ginger says, or Neil Armstrong, his famous words before taking his first step. I heard, this could just be a rumor, this could be a conspiracy theory. There was actually, he stepped in something. Someone forgot to pick up after their dog on the moon, believe it or not. First step on the moon, Neil Armstrong, right in it. His first words were, what the heck, man? Pick up after your dog. It's a true story. Let's see. Christine says, Eric, do you redirect to channels when you're done? I don't do it the way Goga does. I don't know how to do the technical thing, but I do like pointing people in directions. I like mentioning to people. Do you have something coming up? Brian says, definitely Eric. Curls, pull-ups, definitely get my biceps. Yep, 100%. Buddha says, I just have always not wanted to smoke. When I do, I dislike it, honestly. I prefer to eat. My friend call me crazy. It's better for you, you know. Christine's laughing with Brian. Buddha says, Jace can do it. Yo, he's not weird. Who said that? Jace? Jace is admittedly We're having a weird off to see who can be weirder, Jace or me. Brian says hello to Christine. Buddha says, no, I never heard that from you. You're laughing. Ginger says, what's the topic, Yogi? What's the, what do you mean, Ginger? Brian says, Eric, did you see the last turtle? I was mentioning that. Video got another one of Snumpy being silly. I did see that. I haven't left a comment yet, but I will. You guys got to check out Brian's turtle videos. Janice Soul says, hi. Hello, my friend. Buddha says, what? So a sign just fell? What kind of sign? Hey, Evan. Evan S says, hey, man, what's new? Not much, my friend. Welcome. Buddha says, hello to Chain. Pardon me, guys. Don't, let's see, trending lives in the background. This is a sinks. I thought it was mud. There you go. Moon mud. Buddha says, I don't know how either Yogi, my friend, showed up on her live, but I still don't get it. Yeah, Buddha tried to show it to me. Or not Buddha, I'm sorry. Goga tried to show it to me, and it was technically beyond my understanding. Let's see. Brian says, you know, Eric, when I was 4 years old, my first baseball glove was a green glove with Ninja Turtles on it. Awesome. The question is, do you still have it? That would be something to keep. I wish I had still had my first baseball mitt. Buddha says, true. Miss Pippa says, who's winning the weird off? I think we might need to take a poll. Maybe next live stream. Maybe tomorrow's live stream. Ginger says, who's wearing the onesie thong? I'm going to leave that one to Jace. Buddha says, Ninja Turtles, I like Michelangelo. Christine says, you're most welcome. I appreciate all the veterans for serving this great country. Me too. Buddha says, forgot how he spelled his name, the orange dude, Brian Lane, and Leonardo. I remember them all. Hey, Daisy, how are you? I had your live stream up for quite a bit today. Noodle says, hey, Night Watcher, Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, fled from Bangladesh to India when protesters stormed her palace after she made many controversial decisions that would alter the life of millions of people. Of the younger generations, this decision was to reverse 50% of the seats for the top-level government, jobs for children and grandchildren of war veterans of Bangladesh War of Liberation. Wow. History. Buddha says it's a spiritual sign to ward off negativity. I wonder what that falling, I wonder what that means. Evan says, you ever get nervous and anxiety about life in general? My friend, I do. I've talked quite a bit about my own issues with anxiety and what I have done and what I continue to do with working through it. Not what this is from June. Yeah, you talked about that a bit. Jay says, there's a guy called Eric. He thinks I'm a little weird, but when I see his goatee, I'm sure it should be a beard. Jace is the poet laureate of Just a Yogi doing burpees in his basement channel. Daisy says, how are you, my friend? I'm getting by, Daisy. spending a lot of time outside in nature. Reading Jace's poetry always cheers me up. Trending says, Buddha, Sir Jace, Sir Yogi. Trending, my friend. Jace is waving at Noodle. Buddha says, I still have my Teddy from 1983. Teddy Rupkin. Nice. I have books, many books from when I was a kid. Life says, nice channel. Trending says, background. I appreciate that. Hey, easy. Life says, Christine dear, I subscribe to you. Thank you, Life. Michelangelo, yes, that's how you spell his name. He was my fave. Daisy is good. When I was 5, Michael was my favorite. Is Michael still your favorite? Daisy says, oh, thank you for your support. You're welcome, my friend. Always happy to. Miss Pippa says, Night Buddha. Let's see, I don't want to fall too far behind. Trending says, go on to bed in the background. Leave your live running. Thank you. I appreciate that. Brian says, I'm not sure Buddha. Can look it up. Trending's laughing. Says, Buddha just got back in the chat. Brian says, Google his name. Trending share on the live. I appreciate that. How's the bass playing? Easy? Christine says, just asking if someone here is ready to go live after you're done. Jace is going to be going live at 2 o'clock. And I'll be wrapping things up right around 2. So if anyone wants to seamlessly slide over, I believe our friend Lover Toy Pops, I think she's still live. She is. Thank you for asking that, Christine. Brian says, that's awesome, Buddha. I liked watching the cartoon from 87, the original Ninja Turtles, and I still watched. Christine says, go on live. Thank you so much. Highly appreciated. Buddha says, yes, I don't know. That's why I looked over, because I heard it fall. Gotcha. Jason says, Christine, I'm live soon. Buddha says, I was in 83. That's when I graduated from high school. So I grew up WWE, G.I. Joe, and was always with my dad. WWE. Brian and I have talked quite a bit about WWE. Life says, you're welcome, dear Christine. Brian says, no, Eric, I don't think I have the glove anymore, but I do have got an old one that had Ken Williams' name on the inside. Wow. Hey, Brian, I don't know if I asked you, did you collect baseball cards growing up? My brother did. Evan says, when was the last time you totally let loose and partied like a rock star? 1999. I wasn't partying like it was 1999. I was partying and it just happened to be 1999. I took my last drink, 1999, and was given, man, one of the greatest gifts of my life. I was given the gift of sobriety and haven't had a drink since. Buddha says, oh, wow, I am shocked. I still have my mom said that she put it up for me. Teddy, that's nice that it was saved. Brian says, that's awesome, Buddha. Life says, actually, it's a late night here. Well, I appreciate you staying up and joining us. Buddha says, yes, and I loved his attitude. He was saying Calabamba and hand movement. Very cool. You know what? I never watched an episode of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Jenny says, roses are red, waffles are blue. I know it's tainted. Should I continue? Nope. You gave away the game. Alana says, hi there, my friend. How are you doing today? I'm not doing well. My aunt passed away yesterday. Alana, my friend, I'm sorry to hear that. Prayers to you and your family. Junior says, yes, orange turtle is my favorite. Today he is like short-minded and likes to party. Good quality for a turtle. Buddha says, WWE, yes, it was awesome back in days growing up to it. Did you ever watch the NWA? Buddha says, yes, that's me. Now, which says, how do you pronounce Sawyer and Tom Sawyer? Sawyer. You can listen to the song by Rush. Brian says, yes, I have a lot of baseball cards. I thought you probably would. Buddha says, everyone said you like Michelangelo. Everyone in a party and joke to you, and you can fight. I just laughed. Hey, Michael. Michael says, hey, Yogi in chat. Sorry for being late. Not a problem. Alana says, hi there, my friends. Oh, I read that already. And again, Alana, deeply, deeply sorry. Hello, Timo. How are you, my friend? Alana says, thanks. You're welcome. Brian says, sorry to hear that, Alana. Wish you and your family the best healing and prayers. Thank you, Brian. Buddha says, hey to Alana, my prayers are with you and your family. Thank you, Buddha. Evan says, you ever feel like cracking open a case and smoking a J while sitting in a lawn chair next to the beach with tunes with your friends? Never, 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 never. Man, my life is so quiet and so simple, and I love every aspect of it. I am never bored. I am at peace with and within myself, including all of the issues that I have, which is an amazing thing. Can you make peace with your anxiety? Can you make peace with your depression? Does it have to be something that you battle? The answer to that, in my experiences, it doesn't have to be something that you battle. It's something that you experience. Something that you experience doesn't have to be a cause for suffering. Doesn't mean that you like it. Doesn't mean you're happy with it. Doesn't mean you wouldn't like to change it. But when you add suffering to the mix, suffering is when you say, I don't want this, even though it's here. It's what Rumi called life being a guest house. You just welcome all that comes into it. Junior says, Yogi, like my poetry? Laughing. You laugh. It's nice to see that. I appreciate the laugh. I appreciate that that's a gift that you bring into this channel, my friend. And it really is a gift. Timo says, hi, Christine and Brian. Hey, Tandra. How are you? Tandra says, hi, Yogi. We were talking about the Sunday collab with Jace. Buddha says, no, Jean-Claude, Van Damme movies, Bruce Lee and Bruce Willis, Steven Seagal, Up in man, I'd loved Up in Smoke. Cheech and Chong, Blood In, Blood Out movies. My dad watched on TV. I would usually play with Super Nintendo, Sega on. I didn't have a Nintendo. My friend had Atari, and we used to play Pong. Boringest game in the world. Buddha says, throughout the years. Buddha's laughing. Hey, body weight. Beast, how are you, my friend? Sorry I missed your live stream last night. Oh, it says, what's up, my peeps? Hello, my friend, how are you? Buddha says, I'd rather roll solo. Yeah, me too. I got, people in my immediate circle that I'm extremely close to. I got you guys. I got 2 cats and a visiting dog. Eventually, when I'm ready, I will get another dog. I'll adopt a dog. Christine says, Lana, my condolences to you and your entire family at this time of sorrow. Thank you, Christine. Optimal will be right back. Brian says, slow body weight fitness. Let's see. Not what it says. I always pronounce it Tom Swaler. Google the song Tom Sawyer by Rush. Lala says Buddha. Jace is waving at Timo. Evan says, you never get tempted party? Not even once. And what's it been? 25 years without a drink? Not even tempted. It was amazing that alcohol left my life. I didn't struggle. I had an entire decade plus where I drank literally every day, not even for fun, in excess, to get stupid sloppy drunk every single night. Closing down 1 or 2, 3 bars on a regular basis, going to many bars, with friends. And in an instant, alcohol just left my life. I realized that if I had never wanted to take another drink again, I didn't have to. And for whatever reason, I stepped in that direction. Everything changed. Let's see. Everyone's saying hi. I can't forget Lala's nicknames. So even if people saying hi, I got to make sure that I say, what up? Brother Broski Jason Nader. Got to make sure I say that. We got a heart from Go On Life. Thank you, Life. Let's see. Lola says, what? You didn't have Nintendo? No, I was neglected as a child. I didn't even have Atari. My friend did. I'll be honest, I wasn't impressed. Oh, it says, see you soon, Jason Nader. Jace says, take care, I'll see you soon. Yep, Jace will be live in just a little bit, guys. Buddha says, I looked at my dad and was like, what are you doing? I didn't get it. And my dad told me, never ever smoke. So I didn't till 28 and always ate it. Good advice from your dad. Night Watcher says, sadly, I didn't grow up with any consoles. I got a computer and phone. I didn't have a cell phone until like 2006 or 2007. That's only because Mocha bought me one and said, use this. Life says, don't want to go. I learned many things in your life, but feel sleepy. Catch you later. Good night to you all YouTube family. Life, my friend, thank you for hanging out, and thank you for those kind words. I'm not going to be much longer. We're going to head over to Jace. Evan says, you wouldn't want to get a Adirondack chair with a couple of beers, sit on a lake after fishing, cook some meat on a barbecue, listen to the music with the sunset and pinkish orange. I'd like the sunset. I'd like the Adirondack chair. For one, I love the Adirondacks. Beautiful, beautiful area. Everything else sounds pretty bad for a ex-alcoholic vegan. Now, if you had said sitting there drinking a cool glass of water, watching the lake, while watching the fish jump in the lake, while eating a banana, um, well, no, it's going to have barbecue. So it wouldn't be a banana. You could put barbecue sauce on my lentils, right? There you go. Now we're talking. I'm into that. Buddha says I'm barely past 2 years if I don't eat anything. For a day, I take a few pups to go to bed. Gotcha. Hey, World. How you doing? What is the subscriber count? Brian says, you ever get those Budweiser that has zero alcohol sometimes? We get them at work. No, I don't have any desire even for non-alcoholic stuff. Literally zero. I always hear people hear me talk about my life or they watch what I do, and I always get this, man, you're so disciplined. Here's the truth. I am not disciplined at all. I'm the least disciplined person in the world. I only do stuff that I love to do. Fortunately, I love to work out. Fortunately, I love to do yoga. I love my yogic lifestyle, the entire practice of yoga. I love meditating. I love breath work. I love teaching it. I love coming here and live stream because I love you guys. My life is a love message, a love song that I write to myself every single day, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If I had a wish for you guys, it would be the same, but expressed in your way, not mine. And whatever it is that makes you sing, that's my wish for you guys. Buddha says, but how are the allergies doing, Brian Lane? Good question. Mir says, hi, Sir Yogi and beautiful people. Hey, Mir. Hey, Moskva. How are you? Lana says, I love you, Eric. Well, thank you, Lana. I love you too, my friend. Moskva says, give it to me. There was a... Oh, Alana says the baby is doing good. I'm glad to hear that, Alana. Evan says, I just bought a Super Nintendo and original Nintendo a couple of months ago. They're so good. Are they good? Like, compared the original Nintendo to what you can do today. Odom says it was WWF when I was growing up. Me too. WWF. Back in the day, Hulk Hogan was a bad guy in the WWF. He started out as a bad guy. Moscow says the trumpet won. Yeah. So I hear. Buddha says mine never matter, and honestly, after going overnight, staying and all, E-System, I didn't have any desire to have Jolly Jolly, so I saved more. Yeah, that's true. Ginger says, like you try to put a filter on it, but sometimes your filter can catch it, all knowing you have to finish it, so people laugh. What do you mean, Ginger? I might have missed something above. I apologize. Just a minute, we're going to go visit Jace. I'm going to go visit Jace. I hope you guys do too. Brian says his nasal issues are getting a bit better. Got to make sure the weather's cold, not to smoke any pot. So I do it sometimes, a little in the evening though. Buddha says, hey, you are book smart and got a lot of books. I do have a lot of books. I used to have that, and my mother donated all my books. I was like, and got mad. I caught myself. Yeah, I'm always getting books. Lolo says, Brother Brian, what's up? Feel better broski. Now what just says, how do you get a smartphone in 2006? The first not drug dealer phone was made in 2007. It was like $500. I didn't say smartphone. I said cell phone. Buddha says, same here. Brian Lane, glad the nasal issues are chilled right out now. Mad respect to understand about the herb, because that does happen to me sometimes. Lola says, thank you, brother. You as well. Stay blessed. Thank you. Body weight beast says, just made a homemade cheese pizza or cheese pizza. I have to share cheese pizza. Get a tortilla, put pizza sauce on it, taco cheese and pepperoni. Essentially to put in the oven at 350 for 16 minutes. You must try it. Awesome. There you go. We got a recipe from our friend Bodyweight Beast Fitness. Michael says, I'm in a great mood today. Up to 430. Awesome. I'm getting closer to 500 subscribers. Thanks to you, Eric, and thanks to you and Eric Lapointe and my friend Beardo yesterday. He got me 70 subscribers. Awesome. So I am supposed to give it to Moss. That reminds me of a song by the Jay Giles Band, if anyone remembers them. Probably not. Daisy's still here listening. I appreciate that. Lana says, thanks again. You're welcome. Evan says, hey, man, I always go against the grain. You're probably the only live YouTube stream that I haven't been kicked out of from. Thanks, Bill. You're welcome. I don't mind anyone going against the grain. My entire life has been against the grain. Bodyweight says, it is Weldon Carey. Oh, yeah. Weld says YouTube being weird and removing subs. Yeah, they've been doing that. Miss Flipper says, bye-bye. Yeah, I'm sorry they're doing that. You'll get them right back. All right, so I might have missed some comments. I apologize. Junior says, Moss Club, we know I did vote for him, but we're not here for that. It's a break from that. That's why we're here. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Ginger. Hey, Tree Man. Who would win in a fight? Prime Mike Tyson or 50 Prime Rosa Parks? 50 Prime? I'm going to go with 50 Prime Rosa Parks. I don't know anything about her. I know about Rosa Parks, of course, but not 50 Prime. Let's see. But you know what? I'm going to go with Mike Tyson over Jake Paul. Only because Mike Tyson's my age. And man, Mike Tyson was fierce when he was in his prime. All right. Odom says, I'm good. Hope you're doing good. Jenny says, M3, I think you might win. All right, guys, it's right around 2 o'clock. Actually, it's after. No, yeah, it's after 2, right? Our friend Jace is live. If you don't mind, let's go on over and say hi. So we're going to shut things down. I'll be back. Appreciate you all being here, keeping me company. Now what you say is who would win? 10 Prime Mike Tyson's or 200 Logan Berry Pauls. I'm going to go with Mike Tyson. Jenny says, by the way, I said who voted for, so he wouldn't judge. Gotcha. Hey, Eric Point, how are you? Eric Point says, another great live. Thank you, my friend. I get the thumbs up. Not what you says, Logan Pauls. Buddha says, take care, Brother Yogi. Brian, Eric, and everyone, take care. You too, Odom. All right. Ginger says, keep people together. That's the plan. Here's the thing. Here's what's not going to change. This is a gathering for consideration, for kindness, for love, compassion, and empathy. As I mentioned before, if any of those things don't sit right with anyone, then I'm just probably not the live stream for you, and that's fine. Doesn't mean you can't come in and present a controversial subject. We talk about what we talk about. Brian says, peace and much love. Thank you, Brian. Hey, Moba. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. All right. So, hopefully, guys, Ginger says that's why I said it. And much, much appreciated. I really appreciate the fact that you're protective of what we're doing here, Ginger. Thank you. Lana says hi to Brian Lane. All right, guys, let's go. Let's go see Jace. If you got a minute. Take care, guys. I'll be back later. Come by and hang out.